We're back
We're back
with another episode.
Yes, sir.
My name's Osagi.
And my name is Chris.
And
this is Prophetic Foolishness.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Man, the People's Podcast, we back.
The People's Podcast, the People's Choice.
Man, you know, we doing what they want. If this is your first time tuning in, man, this is Prophetic Foolishness. This is where we talk about uncommon topics that might engage with the common person and give them a space to challenge the societal norms. So if this is your first time, we say welcome to a delicious dish of discussion.
Bienvenidos.
Yes, and if you're, a returning Prophetic Foolishness fan, we say welcome back to the living room. You know what I'm saying? You've been rocking with us. You know the style. You know how we rock here. This is a place where we want to challenge your societal norms. So whether you agree with us or not, just keep listening because it might challenge or ask you why, or even just be a good conversation starter for you. So, without further ado, we're gonna jump right into today's topic. Hold on. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm really excited about today's topic. And some of y'all, this is gonna hit right at home, and to some of y'all, this is not gonna land for you at all. Because of your lack of depth in relationships.
Oh,
okay, that's what I'm taking.
Whoa.
This. So today's question is it ever okay to cheat on your barber? Now we'll start off. Let me give a back. Let me give a
Let's define that. What I'm saying? What is cheating on your barber?
So people are asking, what is cheating on your barber? So I don't understand. Like cheating on your barber, I don't understand. So. I'm going to speak specifically from the African American and I would say even the Latino community here. The relationship between a man and his barber is birthed fairly early, Two of them are strangers and, they meet in the chair and they're like, oh, this is new for me. Oh, this is new for me too. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what type of haircut do you want? This. And you're kind of nervous. You're like, I don't know. Like, can he do it? And then after the barber cuts your hair to success, you then leave. And you're like, wow, I love this. And he's like, man, I love this too. And at that moment, a man has now locked in a relationship with his barber.
Locked in.
So after that, he now goes to that same barber. He sits in the barber chair. He schedules an appointment. He sits in the barber chair. Mm-hmm. He no longer tells his barber what type of haircut he wants.
Oh, he just
because the relationship is there to where you don't have to ask, right?
Yeah.
Like with your wife, I don't ask her what type of flowers she wants because I know which one she wants.
Yeah.
It's a relationship. So that is why I asked the question, because after you forge this strong, deep relationship with your barber, some people for years, they've only had maybe 4 people touch their hair in their 40 years of life because of actual relocation.
Yep.
So that is the weight behind this. To some of my Caucasian listeners, some of you guys go to sports clips, so you have no sort of tie to your barber. I said it, I'm just going to say it. You don't know, you just sign up wildly and get your hair cut by anybody. You live a reckless life, You gamble every time you go to the shop. You don't know who's cutting your hair. But for other people who care and take care of or, tenderly know who's cutting their hair, they feel this. And so that is why I ask, is it okay to cheat on your barber? Because you have forged a strong relationship with your barber. Your barber knows your head. You've been going to them multiple times. They've seen you through seasons of life, So, Chris.
Yes.
I say all of this to say.
All of that to say what?
Is it okay for you to ever cheat on your barber? And for those of you who don't know, I am Chris's barber, and I have been for the last year and a half.
Oh, man.
So whatever you say, know that this directly affects me and your relationship. So now,
all right,
you can answer the question.
Man, well, Prophetic Foolishness family, you are about to hear some crazy stuff. Because this past Sunday, I went and got my hair trimmed by another barber.
Guys, well, this will be the last episode. Did you really?
Dog, I had to get lined up.
It be your own friend, bro. It really be your own people. And I knew I was looking at
I didn't
his
want
head.
you to find
I
out
was
like
no,
this.
No. It's me. I was looking at Chris's hair and I was like, hey, man, I don't know if I remember doing that. But I'm like, sometimes Chris be edging himself up. So it's
man.
all good.
You know what?
You really went to another barber.
It's funny that we chose to record this now because this actually just happened on Sunday morning.
You went to another barber? I am so hurt. I am so hurt.
Okay.
So is this how you live your life?
Let me give the backstory.
Nah,
right?
I don't even want the backstory. Do you think this is okay? Hold on. Have you been stepping out on me? Is this what we have come to?
Man, it was a situation that had to get done. I looked in the mirror on Saturday night. I was like, oh, I'm about to get on a flight. I'm all the way in Florida. And this haircut is not gonna last me. I didn't bring my clippers with me, so I couldn't do it myself. And so I hit my old barber up, and I was like, hey, Chris, man, can you slide me in Sunday morning? I just need an edge. And he was like, come through.
So is this what you do? When I'm asleep at night, you just step out? You go step out and see your side barber? Am I not good enough for you?
This is so crazy.
That's crazy. So time out, Chris.
Yeah.
Wow, this is real new. Guys,
Hey,
we not planned
y'all,
for this.
This is not planned.
Fresh content. so I can't hide my emotions. I'm hurt. But Chris, do you think this is okay? Like, is this how you want to live? To our listeners,
Yes.
do you think this is okay for people to be doing?
To our listeners, I would say this. I think that the barber-client relationship is all about trust. But not trust in the ways you typically understand it. When you go and sit in a barber chair, you are trusting that barber not only with your hair, with your image, with your clout, with your self-pride and dignity.
Yeah.
All of that you're putting into the hands of the barber. And so I think that if you are in a situation where you're not near your primary barber, but there is somebody else who you trust at that level, it's okay.
Chris, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be completely honest with you. A wise man once told me, he said, listen here. A man should cheat on his girl before he ever cheats on his barber. So,
my
look,
goodness.
you can the relationship with your barber is sacred.
Sacred.
Like, your barber is the most important person in your life. Before you graduate, you go see your barber.
That's true. Before you get married.
Before you get married, you see your barber.
Before you go to prom.
Prom, your barber. And that's a relationship you build. So I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Because I've seen you through. I cut your hair before my wedding, Chris.
Yeah, that was a good chop.
That was. I look back at the photos. I was like, I did that thing.
That was a good
But
chop.
let me ask you a question. Okay?
Yeah.
So you say it's okay if proximity. You go to another barber. Since in the year and a half that I've been cutting your hair.
Yeah.
How many other times have you gone to another barber? In all honesty,
No, none.
this is the first time.
It's the first time.
That's what they always say, guys. Ladies, that's what they always say when they step out on you. This is the first time. You've done this before. Wow, this is crazy. No, but let me tell you.
Actually, no. When I went home last Christmas, I did go
And
get
we
a
wasn't
cut.
really.
Yeah.
I know we was there.
Yeah, we were at school, but I think it was just like a long break.
I feel it.
So whenever it was like a long break, it was like weeks.
I don't feel it.
Yeah.
No, you go like if I go to the barber shop, right, and my barber is not available, I can see all those barbers with empty chairs,
And you
and
just
I'm
leave.
not getting a haircut. No, I'm
Really?
committed.
Really?
You don't cheat on your barber, because the thing is, the second you step back into the barber chair, let me tell you what happens, guys. You go sit back in your barber's chair, and you're like, hey, I'm back. And he might pick up his clippers and, he starts the clippers.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a pause. And
Yeah.
He's going to look at your head sideways. And he's going to know.
Like, oh, I
He said,
didn't.
I did not cut your hair this way.
Yeah.
And once he sees that, he might not even say nothing. The trust has been broken. So much so that, you know how you might hit up your barber for those last minute appointments? All of a sudden, those appointments start disappearing. He ain't got no more of those last minute appointments for you. You
That's
know, when you needed that Saturday appointment before something big and he had no more availabilities, he all of a sudden don't have it because you've broken the trust. It's
Yeah.
an intimate setting. Your barber sees you at your lowest and he builds you back up.
Man.
You come in without cuts for like 4 weeks at least.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's rough.
We come in looking ugly.
Ugly.
Yes.
And he's like, don't worry, come.
Yeah.
Sit in my chair. I'm going to build you up here.
Leave out looking like $100,000.
Bro, like you are bulletproof for 48 hours after you get your haircut.
Oh, for
You
sure.
know, like your barber is your
Can't
therapist.
nobody tell me
Literally.
nothing. Yeah.
Your barber is your therapist. You talk to them about, they'll see you go through your different girlfriends, your dates. You'll talk to them about your dates, different things in life, family stuff.
Careers.
The barber will tell you the truth about yourself. He'll be like, hey, man, you need to start washing your head more. You got dandruff. I'm going to tell it to you. Or don't put grease in your head before you come get the haircut.
Yeah.
So all these things
Yeah.
are on the way when you cheat on your barber. So that's why I say it's never okay. to cheat on your
Never,
barber.
man.
If you cheat on your barber, you might as well cheat on your girl, bro. That shows. That's what I stand by.
Wow.
You might as well cheat on your girl.
Man, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
I remember back in the day when I was in high school, young buck, I would just be trying to get a cut when I needed a cut.
So you was reckless.
I was
living a
reckless.
fast
I was
life.
like, hey, okay, I'm in Orlando right now. Let me get a cut. Oh, I'm over in this part of Florida right now, or I'm in Philly right now. I need a cut. Like, who can give me a cut?
And so you would just bounce around.
I'll bounce around. I'll go to the same barber shop and try out different barbers.
What?
Hey, I be like, oh,
What?
I'm not seeing you this time. I'm gonna try him.
So
out.
you
Yeah.
like walk in and the dude be like, no, and you be like, no, I'm not going to you.
Nah,
I'm going
I'm waiting for him.
Chris. This is
Hey,
called.
I think that's one of the most disrespectful things
Dog.
to walk into a barber shop
And-
and somebody got an open seat and you just like, nah,
I'm
waiting
waiting
for him.
I'm waiting on him. No, listen. Cardinal rule. Like these are the unspoken rules of the barbershop. If you go to a barbershop and you're getting your hair cut by a dude at least more than like 2 times,
Yeah.
that is your barber now. If you want to switch barbers,
Yeah.
you got to go to a whole new shop.
whole
my
new
brother.
shop.
You can't go to the same shop, my
Oh
guy.
man.
The same shop. No, you can't go to the same shop. You got to now leave that barbershop.
Yeah.
Even if you see the dude next to him, like, man, he's really cold. Can't do it.
Can't
do it.
You just gotta stick with the bad
You
one.
got, bro. You got to either stick with the bad one or you have
change
to
a whole
find
new
a
shop.
whole new shop,
Whew,
man.
man, I feel like women struggle with that more than anything
Bro,
because
you
like
think so?
women's right, some women will let their hair grow out 3 feet rather than go to a new salon stylist.
Because some girls they get color, right?
Oh, that's true too, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? It really depends on the ethnicity we're talking about here. But you know what I'm saying? Some girls get color and they're like, oh yeah, this person does my color right? And so they don't want no one else trying their color or whatnot. But then like usually some people, but like honestly, it really depends because like some sisters are like, man, like I know this one person can do my hair and he does it good every time. I don't want no one else messing up.
Yeah.
But sometimes relocation goes into that.
Relocation,
Relocation.
Because then you gotta find, can this person do natural hair?
Yeah.
Can this one do curly hair?
Can they exactly?
Can this one do, can they braid?
Yeah,
can
yeah,
they,
yeah.
do
They
a
do color, sewing, all of that. That's what I'm saying. It's different ethnicities because you know what I'm saying. Like that's why I said specifically for the Black and Latino community, those people have a sense of like, man, my barber is like, there's like not saying like if you're a white dude listening to this, do not be offended by this. I'm just saying for the majority,
yeah.
For the majority of white dudes, they be going like, oh man,
They go about once a month, once every 2 months.
They get their haircut out of necessity. Like, it's
yeah.
like, oh man, it's getting kind of long. I gotta get off my ears.
Yeah.
Like, so then they go to Supercuts or
Yeah.
sports clips. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of those dudes who have been exposed to like a really good barber and they know like, hey, I'm going to like an actual like barber shop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Some of
saying?
my coworkers, they go to the barber.
the barber shop.
They
and you
set
know
an
his
appointment.
name.
It's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna leave the office. I gotta get my cut.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
not going during your lunch break to Supercuts and being like, give me the next available person. That is
Right.
a risky life. Like those are the type of people who gamble. Like you're gambling with your life. But like, you know what I'm saying? Usually like, and so with honestly, all ladies for the most part, unless you just don't care, they care about who, like women care a lot about their hair too.
Yeah.
So they care about who's
Women
braiding
care a
it,
lot.
who's doing X, Y, and Z, who's doing all this. So like they're going to be a little more, choosy about who they pick. But Instagram and stuff like that is a huge thing. But for me, if I'm finding a new barber, I don't cut my hair, caveat. I have to see his Instagram and I have to at least get a referral. Like I have to know someone who goes to that
Somebody
dude.
has to.
Yeah, because sometimes Instagram, I'm like, but I need to know someone who goes to him. He also has to be professional.
Yeah,
Like, I can't have a barber
man,
who cancel an appointment.
professionalism is huge.
Man, like I need to book an appointment. Like I'm a grown man, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go sit in no barbershop
And
for
wait
hours.
for
and
hours,
wait.
yeah.
No, give me my appointment and I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, man, like that's one of the toughest things about moving cities is finding a new barber.
Oh, for
It
sure.
makes you feel finding a new barber, finding a grocery store, finding a doctor. Like those are
Yeah.
like the rough parts about moving.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember when I moved to Austin, man, like I went to so many barbershops trying to get. Boy, I walked away looking crazy from some places. It's
Yeah.
like, what are y'all even trying to do?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
going against the grain, just crazy things. Like absolute
Yeah.
torture. I shaved my head.
Really?
I shaved my head once.
So you struggled.
Oh, I struggled.
Yeah, so
and then
you know what you've been through to get where we're at. Chris, you sit in the barber chair, you don't even say nothing. You're like, hey man, you know what it is.
And you already know what the
You
beat
already
is.
know what the deal is. I know exactly how you like your beard. You know, I know how you like your fade.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I get you out in a timely fashion.
Timely fashion.
So, you know, what was it that made you feel like, am I not good enough for you? No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, cheating on your barber is just like, it's just, I mean, like I said, I live by the G code, man. Like, you can't never cheat on your barber. If your barber doesn't have an availability for something you need, you just don't get a haircut.
Just don't get a haircut.
It's bigger. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. Than just the haircut. I have forged a relationship.
Forged it.
Like if you're a baby and your mom can't breastfeed you, you just gonna walk to another mama and get another breast. Like, all right, I'm taking all milk.
But what if you look like this? Let's say you're an adult and you look at your barber like a chef, right? If the restaurant don't got no reservations, you just gonna go to another restaurant.
No, I'm cooking at home. I'm cooking at home.
Cooking at home.
I'm cooking at home. But it's different, man. Like you and that chef ain't got the I'm talking about the relationship, man.
That's true. That's true.
It's like honestly, let me tell you, this is free game for all those entrepreneurs out there or even think about it. Man, like I think I would go on the side and say like 40% is the service. Like or 40% is the actual product sometimes.
Yeah.
And like 60% is the actual service. So
The whole experience.
The whole experience. So if you're a barber and you make that person leave there, like you can give them an all right cut.
Yeah.
But you listen to them, you like talk to them, you know what I'm saying?
You engage with them.
You engage with them.
Yeah.
They felt known by you. Man, I'm staying. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm staying at that barbershop. And you're professional, like the experience, like you said, professional, on time, all those things. And you know, things happen and stuff like that. Cool.
Yeah.
But like all those things line up, man, like it's cool. Like you're gonna rock with that barber for a while.
For a
you know what I'm saying?
while.
For a while. And that's goes for any
Because those
hair
things
person.
go far. Like if you can, I've been in some barbershops where I was scared for my life. I
Bro,
ain't gonna
for
lie.
sure. You see
like,
the dude before you, you're like, oh heck.
I'm
no,
just like,
bro.
oh, somebody came in yelling. What? Like, talking about somebody got upset at their cut. They push their edge back or something. They want to fight.
And it'd be like
Oh
that,
man, nah.
And so
I seen some deals go down in the shop before. I was like, I can't be here, y'all. Y'all gonna get me caught up.
That's another thing, bro. Like, you know, like the barber has to have professionality.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He has to be professional. You can't come in there doing you can't come in there canceling appointments. You can't come in there
Take a break to eat while you while you trying to eat.
Nah,
and then,
man. Like I'm an adult now. Like maybe when I was a kid and my mama dropped me off at the barbershop, I had to do with
just
it.
wait 2 hours.
Exactly, man. I'm not doing that no more. So, I mean, you think about that, man. Like, if you're listening, hear from me. Hear from your Uncle Osagi, man. This is free game. Man, for those of you that don't have a barber, like that you know by name that you go to consistently, get one. That's one of the best things you can do.
If you need a recommendation, ask me.
Ask me or ask Chris, because Chris will probably send you to me. Ask Chris. Or ask me, because then I'll send you to me too. But if you're a dude and you need a recommendation, listen. But like, you know, we got the word on the street. But like the thing is, that barber who knows you will like cater to your hair and pay the extra money for it. Like sports clips might do cheap, but you might get 4 different haircuts 4 different times.
Exactly.
That same person that cut your hair consistently will know you. Y'all forge a relationship. You will add confidence. He might suggest like, hey man, grow your beard out a little bit. I'll teach you how to like groom it, trim it, teach you how to style your hair, different products, teach you how to wash your hair, all these different things that you're not gonna get from this quick and easy sports clips or super cuts that you're going to, or maybe this other spot where they just botch your hair. Invest in a good barber. Once you build that, you'll understand what we're talking about when I say cheating on your barber is not okay. Just like if you invest in a relationship, like you and your girl, like, she knows you, what I'm saying? You done take her on dates. You've invested in her, like, and if someone was like, hey, man, go get another girl, you'd be like, nah, man, like, this is my girl. Like,
I've already been rocking with her for this long.
I'm rocking with her, you know what I'm saying? So it's really a relationship that you forge. So that's why I encourage you guys that don't have a barber, get one and commit to them. And those of you who are cheating on your barber, shame on you. Shame on you.
Shame on you, unless the situation calls for it.
No, there's no situation that causes for it. You just go without a haircut. That's the thing.
You just go without a cut.
Man, do y'all agree with that? Like, if you truly, if you rocking with your barber and your barber don't got an availability, you just go without a cut.
What if you're gone for like a month?
Huh?
What if you're gone for like a month?
See, that's the thing. You got to keep your upkeep and maintenance. So if you don't go,
that was true. I forgot my clippers.
Yeah, you got to keep your upkeep and maintenance. Now, personally, I don't suggest you edge your own self up or do some of that stuff because y'all be making it worse for your barber. Too many chefs in the kitchen will spoil the soup, you know. But maintenance and being like, never go where you're looking too rusty. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get haircuts like decently often, you might be able to do, okay, I can do, like, if you get, like, I get my haircut every 14 days at least. Yeah. So you go between there, like, I can do another, if
I used to, I think 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, a cut is necessary.
Especially when you have a fade. Like, if you get it, like, faded on the sides, like, all the way to the skin, you got to get it.
You might be able to stretch it to 3
that's what I'm
half.
saying. That's it. You're not looking terrible at 3.
No, you're not bad at all. A month, maybe even.
Yeah, yeah. If you're a month, you're like, okay, that's when
time to get a cut, yeah. But I would also say, in between those times, it is important to kind of, like, edge up the back, keep the neck hairs down, all that kind of stuff, just to make sure you.
Some people are really good at it. That's what I will say. Some people are good at it. If you aren't already good at it at this point in your life, don't start. Because some people will really push their hairlines back, mess up their beards, mess up all that stuff.
And then you just got to shave it all off.
And then your barber's going to be like, what you want me to do with this?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't regrow hair, So, I mean, I think that's a safe bet. Like, I don't trim my own facial hair. I don't trim my own edge up just because, like, I want my barber to keep it as crisp as possible and I want my hairline pushed. So, yeah, man, I think don't cheat on your barbers unless you're willing to cheat on your girl. If you're not willing to cheat on your girl, or if you are willing to cheat on your girl and your barber, shame on you. Shame on you.
All right, we're back, and we have another family discussion for the Prophetic Foolishness fam.
What is that?
So what this is a segment in the podcast where members of the PF fam get their questions answered and discussed by yours truly, Kristen Osayi.
Cool. What we got today, bro?
Today, we're going to talk about tipping at restaurants.
Man.
Do we do it? Do we not do it? How much do you do? When is it appropriate? Etc.
Man, let me tell you. So this is a societal norm that I hate. Like, I hate it.
Really?
I hate that restaurants put it on the customer to pay
a living wage,
their living wages to their servers. I truly hate it. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, with any job, if you don't like it, like, you know what you're getting into. So, like, it should not be on me. Like, I'm like, you don't go to, any other sort of service. Like, if you don't go to Spotify and be like, oh, I got to tip Spotify. Like, no, I'm paying you. Hopefully Spotify's using my money to make sure that everything's working. I want this service, all that stuff. But I understand the social stigma, especially around tipping for Black people. And the social stigma is that black people do not tip. And I hate that stereotype.
So that means you tip.
So I sometimes I honestly truly over tip.
Yeah.
To overcompensate.
What does over tipping mean? Like 10%, 15%, 18%?
25.
Whoa.
Now you said
hey, no. You a big baller.
Hey, hold on. Look, no.
I
I don't even be going to eat. I don't go to eat at places like that, bro.
Okay, all right.
So 25% of $20 ain't that much. It ain't that much. You know what I'm saying? But, like, that's the thing. It's like, I hate that, that's the pressure on it. But also I'm, like, trapped in my own self because I'm like, man, I don't want to seem like, man, the Black person that didn't tip. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Man,
here I go.
You know what I hate? I think tipping is cool when it's appropriate. I don't like feeling coerced to tip when the service is bad, just because they didn't get paid much. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I'm in a place where the server was trash, we had to wait so long to order, the food was terrible. I mean, they can't really help the food, but it just adds to the experience.
Yeah.
Why do I have to tip 18, 20%?
Yeah.
This was garbage.
Yeah.
But you feel inclined to tip at least something.
You got to.
You can't just do 0% and say I was thoroughly upset with the service tip.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
like you can't do that because there's just like this societal pressure to tip something.
It's so stupid. Like, why am I paying more?
Yeah.
For like, that's what I
Give me the ticket price. Just
like,
give me the whole price.
Man, I remember reading this article where this one restaurant increased their prices on their food menu, paid their servers more, and like everything was like so much better. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just like, okay, this is all I'm have to pay for. Like, it's cool. But like when you have to tip, it's just like, I think so dumb. And it's like, especially like in some places, I'm gonna give y'all free games. Some places are like not everywhere wants a tip. You know what I'm saying? Especially with like these little everyone's going away from like those old cash registers and have like these like, square things.
Then you can kind of flip around.
Turn around. Now look, personally, sometimes when I get to those places, I do not tip. And like you'll see like sometimes you kind of feel bad. Like you'll guilty tip.
Oh, because they'll turn it back around.
They'll turn it back around.
Look at the screen.
Now look, I just found the code. Look. So I put no tip, right? And then you sign, and then it asks you if you want a receipt, and you say no receipt. And you don't want them feeling like see the amount that you did and the amount you didn't tip. So after it says no receipt, click it again, touch the page, and then it goes back to like their regular menu, so they'll never know how much. They'll never know how much you did. So I think my wifey showed me that. So look, because I used to feel the pressure like, oh, I don't want them seeing that I didn't tip. I'll always be pressured into tipping. So man, I'm like, man, you ain't got to tip for these folks out here, bro. They're trying to get your money, man.
I feel that. I mean, and when I'm in those type of situations, I just always like typically tack on like $1 or something like that. But it's annoying to feel obligated to tip. Yeah. I mean, I was at a restaurant the other day, it was a hefty bill, and I was like, dang, this really... Bro,
especially when you like, really imagine if you want to go out to like a nice restaurant. Yeah. And like the bill's going to be up there, and then it's like, dang, I got to tip this much more? Like, bro.
That's 3 old meals. Yeah,
exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I ain't going out no more. Yeah. That's it. I'm passionate about this. I hate tipping at restaurants, especially now in Austin. For those of you, it's like, man, food capital. Like people be bougie. Like these restaurants just think they can charge $30 a plate because they are
and it be tasty,
and then it don't even be good.
And then it don't be good.
It don't even.
Where
be tasty.
You going,
bro? I went to this one spot. I was not.
Oh, let's not call them out.
I'm not gonna call y'all out. But I went to this one spot for New Year's Eve, and I was not impressed. It was a Mexican restaurant. They ain't even give you the complimentary chips and salsa. And my homie got the chips and salsa, and it was trash. Oh, Lord. Like one of the worst chips and salsa I've had.
You might as well went to a food truck.
That's what I'm saying. Like people just think, man. So look. Honestly, if you're out there and you feel strongly like you don't like tipping is stupid and you're not a fan of it, man, welcome to the table. I feel the same way. And if you're in the food industry and you see the need for it, man, I get it. Like I understand that's how you make a wage. Like we're still obligated.
One thing that I do like is sometimes when you like traveling across the world, like in Europe or something like that, tipping is an insult. It's almost like
really,
yeah. It's like, oh, you don't think I make money? You know what I'm saying? Because you can be a professional like waiter, waitress, maitre d', whatever. And it's like the food service.
What was that last word you said?
Maitre d'.
Oh, I ain't never heard that
maitre
word.
Maitre d'.
Yeah,
that's a word. I had the team fact checking right there. But no, the food service industry in a lot of other places is like a career. Yeah, like you get you like you wear a suit and tie and you're waiting on tables and stuff like that. So. Shout out to those folks because they're actually getting paid. But grind, we just need to change it over here. You feel me?
Let's increase. If you're gonna increase your prices, I ain't trying to tip nobody. Everyone asking for a tip. I ain't trying to tip nobody. No. And one other thing is like, how do y'all even split up the tips? Like, what's it like? Depending on where you're at.
Like, what do the bartenders get? What do the bus boys get?
Or not even restaurants.
The waitress,
coffee shops. Who gets the tip?
That's true.
Smoothie place. Who gets the tip?
I will say, man, them tips back when I was working at a coffee shop / bakery in college, it used to be live.
It was like they really had
I could walk out one day with like $20, $25. And to a college student,
like,
that's 3 meals.
Hey, bro, you're like $25. I'm like, that's it? 25. That's what you done.
But if you're making like $7 an hour, that's
that
like
makes sense. No,
$3 extra dollars.
I feel you, man.
3 extra hours.
So, man, y'all heard what we said, man. Look, if you feel like inclined to tip, go ahead. If you don't feel inclined to tip, if they want to fight you, tell them to put their hands up. If they want to fight, that's what they got to do.
Spray them with mace.
Do what you got. Oh, yeah, we're not fighting in 2020. We are pepper spraying and macing people. You know what I'm saying? But, man, we love you guys. Thanks for rocking with us.
Yep.
If you enjoy this podcast, man, share it with a friend. We truly, truly mean that. If you like this episode alone right now, stop and think about who you're going to send this episode to. Share it with a friend. Grow the Prophetic Foolishness fam. If you're on Instagram, man, follow us on Instagram, on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, all those different things. Share it to your IG story. We'll share it back. We love finding out, when our listeners are listening and engaging with us, man. But, man, keep rocking with this thing. We keep our ears to the streets. We're going to give you a delicious discussion.
Yep.
We are the People's Podcast.
2020,
man. That's what we are, So share it with a friend, man. We love doing this thing. We're going to keep bringing y'all good episodes. Season 2 is coming close to an end, but, we got some more in the bag for you guys. So we started how we always end it.
Yes,
my name is Osagi.
And my name is Chris.
And this is Prophetic Foolishness. Peace.